Welcome to the place where we take your music, listen to it, where we hang out. Happy days, getting late. Roll another one, 'cause we're gonna have some fun. Don't forget to follow any of our affiliates.
The Bobby and Chaz Show.
Roll another blunt, 'cause we're gonna light it up. Send your music in, enjoy the tunes with me. Roll up on the screen, take a seat with me. Send your music in, and maybe bring your friends. Take a seat with me, enjoy the show with me. Sit back and hang out with Happydaze and me.
J Cup with the double styrofoam cup.
Tune in now to the Bobby and Chaz Show.
What's up, guys? It is Acid Happy again with Happydaze Entertainment. And if you were watching earlier, less than an hour or two ago, then you know that I have a second interview today. And if you are going to stay tuned, drop a like, react to this video, engage with this post, share this video out, and tag your highlights followers or your favorite underground artists. And for today's episode, we're going to be interviewing an awesome artist from the underground, and we're going to introduce him right now. How are you doing today?
What up, everybody? I go by Nyce with it. I'm doing all right. How you doing?
I'm good. That was actually the answer to the first question. That's why I don't introduce people by their names, because that's the first question. It is, what is your stage name and what is your real name? So if you also want to give your real name, you can do that. If you're not comfortable with that, you don't have to do that.
Yeah, I go by Nyce with it. My friends call me Nico. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
now
Nico.
go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's Nico with 2Ks.
Nico is 2Ks. Got it. So how did you come up with your stage name?
I came up with it because, how I came up with it was so the word nice is kind of similar to my name, right, Nico. And I just thought they would be. I wanted to do something with the name Nyce, and I eventually just I know I juggled around with a couple different names, and this one kind of stuck out with it. It's very commercially appealing for people. It's a hip hop phrase, and if you're hip to the genre, then you would probably know of what it means.
Definitely see that. I like that. So how long have you had your stage name?
To be honest with you, I'm doing this whole rebranding thing. I came up with it in 2023 summer, August. Yeah.
Okay. See.
Yeah, I've been rapping for a long time. Had a lot of ups and downs, been through a lot of windy roads, and ultimately, being the person I am, finally made it to this where I'm at right now.
Okay, I see. That's nice. So,
Yeah,
a
nice
little
with it.
bit more about you. Where are you originally from and where are you now? Where has your journey led you now?
I'm in Chicago, born and raised all my life. North Side. It's pretty much all I know. I'm not like close to downtown area, but like I'm not that far from it.
Have you ever traveled outside of Chicago?
Yeah, I've been a few different places.
Okay.
Couple in the a bunch in the U.S. I've been to the Philippines. I've been to Hawaii. I've been to Caribbean. A lot when I was like a teenager. My family used to go on a lot of trips.
Okay, I see. So, as an artist, is there a specific place that you want to travel to perform at eventually upon your career?
Um, I'm not too sure. I know that it would be really cool to do some kind of a tour uh, with like-minded individuals who'd want to partake in that. Um, Somewhere around the Midwest would be great, just so I can like branch out from where I'm at. Um, I know that I got some homies that are doing the yearly the gathering, and that would seem like a really cool event. It being like a really large gathering, for everybody to come by.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
even though I'm not too like I'm not that's not really my genre, but I'm cool with some of the people there. What's up, Jordan?
Definitely see that. Um, so we've already discussed these two questions, I think. How old are you and how long have you been making music or being creative?
Yeah, so I just turned 36. I know I probably don't look 36, but how long have I been being creative?
Yeah,
Yo, what up?
using your creative work in an aspect.
Yeah. Shout out my boy Ray Real right there.
Shout out.
Sorry,
Thank
you
you for
got cut
tapping
out there a
in.
little bit. What was that?
I just said shout out. Thank you for tapping in.
Oh hell yeah, yeah. Shout out Ray Real. Yeah. How long I've been doing this? How long I've been creative for? I've been doing this a long time. Over 20 years. Pretty much.
Okay.
I've been influenced by music. Yeah. I'm just so much more smarter now because I've been doing it for so long. That I'm almost ready to just like break free of everything that I've done. It almost feels like second nature now. So I'm very comfortable in where I'm at. Yeah.
Okay. I see. I see. So, do you do more than just music? Do you have any other artistic outlets that you use, or is it just music?
Um. Yeah. I mean, so I recently, with this rebranding, I definitely wanted to come back. And what up, Jacob? I wanted to come back and do, everything the right way. So I created my own label, my own publishing company, so that I could put out everything, officially and be looked at like a serious artist. Um, so with that being said, being a label owner, and then whatever ties into that, like I want to be able to do it all, as much as I can. Obviously, I can't do everything myself, but anywhere from like video production to promotion, songwriting. If people want me to ghostwrite for them, I know it's like not the most like um, flattering side to hear people have a ghostwriter for. But I'm willing to work with artists. I've ghostwritten for some people before, and it's worked. But pretty much
Of
anything
course.
that, yeah, pretty much anything that ties into the art of music in the industry, I want to get my hands on.
Definitely. That's awesome. And I love to hear that. So, regarding that and your artistic capabilities, what do you think your main focus is right now?
Main focus is right now. So I've been trying to get out a body of work ever since last year. It didn't really go the way that I've planned as of yet. Um, so I'm still trying to find what body of work I want to put out so that it will solidify my spot in in the industry. I had something ready, but as of right now, that's not ready.
Right.
Due to just stuff that I can't really work out right now. So with every project, it's uh, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be, right? So I'm currently working on something right now. I got a really cool producer I'm working right now. Um, I don't want to go too much into it because like I like being a little secretive, and that way I could just come out and surprise people, give them a surprise with that, and give something everybody
Definitely.
can look forward to. But there will be some coming out soon because I'm very driven to, you know, put out like an official product that I'm excited for, that will create um, the start of the legacy of Nyce Widdit. Um, and yeah, I got a lot of plans for the next project I put out. So I'm excited to that. Like I said, I thought I had something ready. It didn't work out how I planned it. Um, but eventually, it'll come out.
Heck yeah.
Something will come out.
That's
Yeah.
that's gonna be awesome. Well, I'm very excited to hopefully hear what you've got out coming out in the future. Um, for our next question, we're on number 5. What is your biggest downfall as an artist, do you think?
Um, for me personally, or as artists.
As an artist, either or though, a little bit of both, whatever you want to share.
Um, to be honest with you, I'm seeing now lately the biggest downfall for artists is not knowing what they're getting themselves into. Um, obviously, people think it's just all about music. Like you hear a song, like that's it. But there's so much more that goes into that, right? You
Yes.
got producers involved, you got contracts involved, you got um, yo, that's my dude Miguel. What's up, man? Lyrically one of the illest around. Shit, I try, man. Appreciate the love. What was I saying? Yeah, so I think artists need to do a better job. If they want to be taken seriously, they need to do a better job of learning what it takes to be taken seriously. Otherwise, it's just going to be a hobby.
Yeah,
People.
definitely.
Yeah, we're only getting older. Like you got to ask yourself, what are you doing this for at the end of the day? You're just gonna
Mm-hmm.
drop a song every now and then, like sure, but like what is your direction? For me, um, I want to continue this uphill climb, um, and eventually see the success that I've been working so hard to get. And I just think even me, I still have some learning to do. But I just think
Yeah.
if artists want to be taken seriously, they have to show that initiative and do the work.
I can definitely agree and see that. You got to put that effort in to get and receive the type of response and engagement that you want for your music, anyways, as it is. So, if you want to have that effect as an artist where people are hearing you and becoming fans and engaging with you, not just on the internet, but coming to your shows and showing up at events that you're at, you have to put that effort out, engage with people back. You have to, put that effort in to make sure your stuff sounds good. And if you're making merch for your merch line, you got to put the effort in to make sure your designs are, good enough to be distributed out there to multiple people and stuff like that. It takes a lot of effort to be a musician. And if you don't put that in, then are you really a musician?
Yeah, 100%. And it almost feels like I'm a one man army sometimes. I do have a good circle around me who do contribute. We all contribute to each other's success in some ways. But me being the only person in my camp, um, it does weigh a lot on my shoulders, which is why it's taken so long sometimes. I grew up in a place where my music wasn't that appreciated growing up, and I was really the only one doing the work, other than a couple allies. Um, but a lot of times it was just solely just me. So shout out to Mr. AO Baby. Oh, that thing is my cousin, Mr. AO
Hey,
Baby. What up?
heck yeah, shouts out. Thank you so much, guys, for tapping in. If you're watching this video, drop a sunflower in the comments to show some support for Happy Days. And don't forget to ask our guest artists some questions if you're interested in knowing more about them. It'll pop up right here on the screen on the right side, so you'll be able to see those as they pop up.
I'm down to talk hip hop, artists, bars, lyrics. I'm a People know me. I'm a lyrical artist inspired by Eminem and artists like him. Um, that's what I strive to become. I want people to be able to enjoy my music, to be able to think, um, and and see that there's just more than just face value in my music.
Definitely. Definitely. So if you guys hear that and you guys have any questions, go ahead and let us know in the comments and I'll pull those up on the screen. To move
Yeah.
forward, for the questions on the list here, number 6, what was your best and your worst experience as an artist? So this is a two-parter. You can go ahead and let us know what your best experience was and your worst experience as an artist has been.
Um. Shit. Let me do worse first. There's a couple things growing up. As I mentioned before, a lot of this stuff I did on my own, not really having a big circle to do it with. I had, like I said, I had some friends who would ride along in my journey, but a lot of it was like on me. Um, so the fact that I had to put so much work and do all the research, it is tough, and people say that like you should value the journey, but it's not always easy, right? So me being like by myself in a lot of areas, um, makes it a little difficult for me to stand out because I have to like win over so many more people doing it that way compared to if I had
Definitely.
like a team with me. I do eventually want to bring in a team, and I am like kind of actively looking, sort of, and those who I've talked about it with know um, what I'm trying to do, and I hope eventually that I'll be able to bring in some people um, who feel just as passionate about the industry as I do. Um, do I have a team now? Not necessarily. I have people. How would I call it? I I would like. I'll use the word term work for hire. People who are readily available in case like, hey, I need a beat, or I need a graphic art, or can you mix and master for me? Like I have that kind of people. I know who to talk to because I've worked with these people. I've created relationships with these people, and they're good people. They're artists or producers themselves, or they have their own brand they're trying to create. Um, so I respect their grind and I support it by going to them when I need something done. Um, but there's just so much. I think another part that I think I struggled with worst as an artist was along with that being by myself is just the anxiety of it. I dealt a lot
Yeah,
with.
that's
Yeah,
understandable.
yeah, I hate the word anxiety. I hate it so much. I want to be able to spread more awareness to that because a lot of people just think it's just like, oh, everybody has anxiety, but it's a lot deeper than that. And eventually, I will like I do like making things black and white, as clear enough for people to understand. And anxiety is one of those things I like. I think mental health awareness has gotten better over the years, and I just want it to continue to get better because I remember all those years when I was struggling with that and how much it has fueled me to be the person I am today. So that would probably be transitioning into what I think was best as an artist was learning from my mistakes, learning what my weaknesses were and working on them. And that created a whole new monster that even surprised myself. Like I didn't know I could do what I did without having to go through what I did. So some of it was meant I was meant to go through, and then I learned from it, and here I am. So, yep.
Definitely.
Jacob, I
That's
appreciate you,
great
man.
though.
Jacob's on my team. Yeah, he's done some promotion work for me. Um, yeah, I really appreciate that, man.
Jacob's a good boy. He does what he can for people.
Oh yeah,
He really does.
great guy. Yeah.
Number 7 is, where do you see yourself as an artist within the next 3 to 5 years?
Um, my boy Miguel said, "Well said, bro. Not to mention you've helped us a lot with your men. You've helped a lot of us with our mental health, bro. I appreciate that, man. Like being the person who sorry, I'm gonna come back to your question. I just want to answer
No, you're
quick question
fine.
real quick.
Totally. Go for it.
Um, yeah, I love the fact that I could talk about what goes on inside my head, um, to the point where people can also relate. Because at the end of the day, all we're trying to do is just feel a bit of that serotonin, right? We all just want to feel good at the end of the day. It's human nature, um, but like it's very complex. There's a lot of chemicals involved, and all of us are engineered differently. Um, but the fact that I'm able to put it on pen and paper clearly how I feel in a rhythmic pattern, and people acknowledge it and enjoy it, I'm very happy with that result, knowing that this is my contribution to the world. This is like what I feel like I was put here to do, and I'm glad I can help people, brighten their day a little bit with that.
Definitely.
Yeah. So going back to your question, what was that again? I'm sorry.
The question is, where do you see yourself as an artist within the next 3 to 5 years?
Right, right. As an artist, 3 to 5 years. It should have been like 2 to 4 years if things had went on the way they were supposed to this year, but it didn't. So, in 3 to 5 years, I promise you, I will not be where I'm at right now, and I promise you a lot more success than I have had um, because of the direction that I'm already going. I have a lot of things in store, which I've already announced last year, but um, you know, shit happens. This is the industry. This is the music industry. Stuff gets pushed back. Um, but I promise you, these next couple years, people are going to learn a lot more about me, and I'm going to be a lot more happy with the accomplishments that I make in music because it's going to be everything that I've worked for. Like picture a 25-year plan um coming into play. Like that shit is bulletproof. Like you're not gonna knock that shit down because that's been thought of for over that amount of time. That's so there's gonna be a lot of information in those years leading up into its release. So I'm excited. Like I'm beyond excited. I can't. Sometimes I can't like contain like what I want to put out to people sometimes, and I get a little bit impatient. But eventually it's gonna come out, and I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited too.
Definitely.
I got a
Definitely.
question here. What was your biggest music influence growing up, and that led you to start rapping? I think the most obvious one is people who know me is like Eminem for sure. Um, but that's just so simple. Like when people ask me like who's my biggest influence, it's obvious that my style was like highly influenced by Eminem. I do like craft my flow and my lyrics like after like his kind of style, but I don't want to do it too much where it's like it takes away from my story too because I have my own story. You know what I mean? Like I said, I put over 20 years in this industry. So with that being said, you're not just hearing like an Eminem, copycat. You're hearing something that's unique to me. So I hope people pay attention to that as well and not just hear like super lyrical, music. Um, but yeah, when people, yeah, that's artists like him. That's where I was influenced a lot by. But it's so much more than that too. Like I do a little bit of. I used when I first started. I actually was like a punchline rapper. And my style's elevated. I used to do a lot more punchlines back then, um, and I have a little. I'd like to say that I have a little bit of knowledge in each department, even ones that are like newer. Like I don't keep track of every new artist that comes in, but I acknowledge their music. I pay attention to it. I listen to it. I check it out, and if I like it, I'll rock with it. So yeah, I'm influenced by a lot. Like whether it's something I fuck with or something I don't, um, I I try to see how I can just like gel off that. off that wave. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Definitely see that.
What's up, Dead Side?
So, go ahead.
What's
I'm
up, Jay?
sorry. Oh, shout outs. What's up, Jay? Yeah, we have an interview with Jay DeMarco on the 28th of February coming up, so we're excited for that over here.
Nice, nice.
All right, here's number 8. What are some of your current projects you're working on? Do you have any shows or events you're looking forward to in the future?
Um, so I have I want to put out an album. I've said it since last year. Eventually, I'm going to put out an album. I'm trying to expedite the process so it can be done a little bit faster. I can create songs pretty quick. It's just, all the other details that are involved. So once I get that in order, that from the album will be transitioning to my next move. Then from there, I can do shows, make appearances. I want to be able to make deals, maybe get my songs like on, movies, if possible. And I need all my legal documents in order for me to do that.
Right,
Um,
definitely.
yeah. So yeah, I'm learning a lot with my return to music almost 2 years ago. Um, especially as an adult, maturing on how to um, properly be treated more serious in the industry.
Of course. And it does take a lot to have that reputation, build that gain and stuff, and also keep up with creative aspect on a level that you're not doing things the wrong way. Say, for instance, you're like taking a YouTube beat and using that and downloading that instead of actually finding a producer to help you make beats or to, pay somebody to do or pay for a beat that's already been made. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. No, I don't do licenses anymore. Um, what I've learned from licenses, if I could pass on the knowledge to artists, you aren't going to make nothing from your music if you get a license, because a license is given to you by a producer, which says like, all right, you can use this beat, but I still have rights to it. Like, nah, I need all that ownership. If I can make the beat myself, this is another thing I probably want to learn how to do, is make music myself, make beats myself. Then that way you wouldn't, like, if you were to make beats yourself, you wouldn't have to worry about any legal documents to sort out. You know what I mean? So yeah, ownership is important when in this music in this industry. Rare
No,
Music
it
Records.
definitely is.
My shirt, my
1000%.
label. Is this backwards?
Yes. The images on the podcast camera are mirrored,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
There's my label, Rare Music Records, LLC. Um,
Heck yeah.
yeah, more on that to come within these next 3 to 5 years.
That's gonna be great. That's gonna be great for
Yeah,
you.
I can't wait to sign an artist.
That's
Yeah,
gonna be awesome. I'm sure that'll be a great experience and kind of a milestone thing for you.
hell yeah. Send your label to me. Uh,
Chris, that's Chris Caress. He is actually one of the producers of music behind Happydaze. He's a very talented artist.
nice.
Definitely, if you're somebody who wants to network, get some beats in, or make a work project with, definitely get to networking with him.
There you go.
Um, all right, we've got another question. Number 9 out of 10. One person, dead or alive, that you would want to see you perform.
That would love to see me perform.
That you would want to see you perform.
Um, Probably eventually I'm gonna get my family to come out. I've got family members who are disabled, and it's really difficult for them to get out as often as
Mm-hmm.
people who are abled. So I'm gonna work out some way that they can come out and to be able to enjoy themselves every now and then. Um, yeah. Uh, None other than that really comes to mind, other than just getting more of my people involved. My friends and family, coworkers, they all know how passionate I am about music, and I just want to get them more involved with what I got going on.
Definitely. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's very, very beautiful. Um, is there any artists out there, dead or alive, that you would want to work with or collaborate with?
Um, Other than the obvious, you know, Eminem, Tech Nine, Kendrick Lamar is fucking crazy. Uh, Kendrick is one of my top favorites for sure. I don't think I'll ever get to that level, but to have a dream collab like either of those artists would be, very life fulfilling for me. So yeah.
Heck yeah. I could totally see that. That's great. Being able to collaborate with some of your inspirational artists out there. Um, and number 10, which is our final question of the episode, do you have any advice for other artists out there that may one day see this?
Um, yeah, know what you're getting yourself into um, before you do it. If you're gonna set a path to do music, you gotta pick a destination and make a plan to get there. Learn what it takes to get there. If you're just gonna do it as a hobby, then just remember it's a hobby. If you want to be taken seriously, find out what it takes to be taken seriously. Get your paperwork, get your copyrights, get your legal work, get your team ready. It's a lot of
Yep.
work. It's all works everywhere. So if
Hmm.
you're serious, then take it serious. If it's a hobby, people probably won't pay attention too much. So
1000%.
yeah.
Is there anything else that you'd like to say to the audience before we wrap this show up?
Um. Yeah. I mean, I just want to thank everybody who's been tuning in, watching my videos, liking my posts, commenting, all the viewers watching, all the people who I've met on this path, on my journey in music. I'm just very appreciative of all y'all, um, and I just want to continue to do y'all proud in in the route that I've been heading. I'm very excited, um, and I can't really say too much about what I got going on right now because it's all still in the works. Like it sucks. Like I wish I could talk about like what I want to talk about, but I can't yet. But soon, people will come to see, and people will be. I guarantee people will be happy with the product that I put out because it's been long time thought of. Right, there's been a lot of preparation for this day coming up. These days coming up. So yeah, it's. I'm just a little impatient. I wish things could kind of expedite, but in time it'll get there. In the meantime, please continue to follow and like, and please share my videos. Let your friends know if you feel like there's somebody who would benefit off of my messages. Like, let them know. And then yeah,
Thank you. Is there anybody that you want to give a shout out to?
um, to everybody in this chat. Shout out to all y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Jacob, my cousin Miguel, everybody who's tuning in. Um, and then everybody who I've worked with. I don't know. I can't really. There's just a whole list of people um, to name.
Heck yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on to Happy Days. We really loved having you. If you want to come back for a future interview in a few months when you've got some more projects or more work going on, that would be awesome. Or if you just want to send us your music once it gets finished and we can play it on our rotations, we'll play that and give you a review as well. Um, But one more thing before I put our end credits on, I just want to say shout out to everybody who tapped in today. Let me see what I can do here. Jordan Smith, Ray Real, Jacob Smith, Delphina, Brenda, Anthony Barr, Matt Spencer, so many different people, Justin, so many different people have tapped in tonight, and I appreciate you all so much. So thank you guys so much for tapping in. And if you want to schedule your interview with the Happydaze Productions team, then check out our Facebook page and schedule an interview with the application and send it to our Gmail. All right, and I'm gonna say take us off screen and say peace out to everybody tonight. You guys have a blessed night.